Hey up folks, hope you're all alright. Listen, so someone the other week, about 2 weeks back, they asked me, how come you run most of your locos in wrong direction? And I thought, well, I've never really gave monkeys which direction I run them. Because basically when I started this, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I'd done a basic Humby track map, but nothing more. And I've never really followed model railways. I just decided that I wanted one. I didn't know if Hobby were going to take off, so I didn't want to throw thousands into it to start with. So I just started with what I started with. And there's loads and loads of little mistakes on this. Just for example, the route to the upper section automatically takes you into the wrong direction. And I didn't even think about it when I did it. It was just that it were the angles that I had. And there's a few other bits and bobs that are wrong, but I just put up with them, and it just becomes a workaround. So my reply to that comment was something along the lines of, because I'm a bad man, I just run trains whichever direction my mood takes it, or something along them lines. Anyway, that little comment of mine managed to get 68 dislikes. 68, that's like more dislikes normally than most of my videos getting likes. So them 68 people, I've done this little video for you. So what I thought I'd do is, I thought I'd just see how unacceptable a train I can run, just to see if it is unacceptable. So I thought I'd run HST with a load of freight. Because I've read somewhere that Rule 1 of model railway says you can run what you like. Just as a little bit of a rail experiment, really. Oh, look at that. It's even got a coach on back as well, which is wrong. And then another wagon. And then another coach. First class too as well, with passengers on, so they're not going to be happy. I think the truth is, when you're new to an hobby and you don't really know what you're doing, and you just look at a few YouTube videos, so then you do your own layout. I wouldn't have done it anything like this if I could do it again. I wouldn't have even done it in this loft. I'd done it in my back loft, which is bigger. If I stuck to the same direction, it means I'd never have a train coming out of the far tunnel, and I'd never have a train going into it, one or other. And I like seeing them going into the tunnel and seeing them coming out of the tunnel, so that's another one. And look at him, what's he doing running that? It's all part of the test, and Cynthia's having fish and chips. Look at that little table next to the phone box. I know there's a lot of people who take it very, very seriously, and the layouts are absolutely pristine and immaculate with everything in the right place. But I can't put things in the right place if I don't really know where they go. And because of the size of the room I've got, it's just basically 4 big circles with a few little bits of intricate stuff at the sides of it and whatnot to try and make it more interesting. So there's no way 4 circles is ever going to look, to me, super realistic. So you've got to have compromises. And one of my compromises is I'll run any direction, because that train's just gone in that tunnel and I like that. And then I like seeing trains come out of the tunnel, and they make some good videos. I don't mean I'm disrespecting anything, it's just that I don't really have an opinion which way they run, because I've not tried making it realistic, which is why I've never posted any of it on realistic railways on Facebook. I'm praying one day someone opens the unrealistic railways on Facebook, because then I can start posting some stuff on there. Anyway, even though it's not very realistic, it's quite enjoyable, and it's got me well hooked into hobby at the minute. So what am I going to do then? Am I going to stop running trains on wrong direction? No, mate, because if I do that, we're going to miss some of these lovely shots that I get, and it'd be a right shame. I don't know. I mean, is it acceptable that he's hanging upside down like a fruit bat? Is it acceptable that he's a 1970s coal miner and we ain't even got any coal mines? Anyway, I'm going to take nonsense off, make it back into a semi-realistic one. Panic over. I imagine most that people have left this video now, because we're 4 minutes in and people will be probably vomiting, passing out, punching themselves in the face. Anyway, there's absolutely boatloads of videos on YouTube with realistic, super awesome railways that look absolutely immaculate and every detail's correct. And then there's mine where you can watch some trains running and have a bit of a laugh and listen to some childish nonsense and some silliness and some crackersness. And that's one of the reasons on my channel you're not going to find detailed reviews of locos, because I ain't got a clue. I don't know that a pipe's not out of scale or bent in the right way. It's all nonsense to me. It means nothing, and I can't be bothered researching it, because I'll get that much earache off my missus. If I spend any more time on this model railway than I'm already spending, she's basically going to shoot me with a gun and I'll be dead. which won't be ideal at all. But what I will do, I'll tell you that a train runs amazing. Like, I'll tell you that Caval X56 is a real nice model, and it's got some nice features like that shunting mode where it runs slower and whatnot. I'll tell you that certain couplings snap if you look at them and they're not fit for purpose, which may or may not upset people. But that is what it is. We need to have a bit of honesty, don't we? So people know where to spend the money and where not to. I know I promised to make it fully normal, but I'm leaving her eating fish and chips because it's not fair for her to waste a meal, is it, when she's paid for it? I mean, the front cafe and it's 25 quid. Just on a bit of a side note, actually, that Ladderman's all-you-can-eat breakfast, basically we've had a few people complete that, so they said it was too small, so basically we've added another sausage now and another piece of bacon, so it's 3 sausages, 3 bacon. You've still only got half an hour to eat it. It's now 75 quid. You get an if you win it. Anyway, back on subject. How unacceptable is acceptable? So, is it unacceptable running on wrong lines? I've no idea. I didn't think it was. Maybe it is to 68 people. I mean, let's get real. I've had a police dog bite people in half and get run over by a train and splattered, and I've had an annoying bloke get run over by a digger and get squished. That's unacceptable, isn't it? Let's face it. Sometimes I put videos out and thought, oh, this might be the last one I ever do. and then me just saying I run any direction out mood sees fit, it ruins people. It's madness, isn't it? Anyway, just on another subject, I just want to do a quick shout out to Choberton Junction. I thought I'd already done you a shout out, mate, and I've just had to stop myself there. How unacceptable is it that I can't even say Choberton Junction without getting in a tongue twist? What's that all about? Anyway, just on another side note, I'm just going to reverse this now back to right line so that you can all relax. You 68 can relax and sleep at night. Anyway, yeah. Choby, I'm sorry, mate. I thought I'd mentioned you before, and I don't think I have I, in reality, but it's because my mind gets twisted and just tangled with stuff. Anyway, Choberton's got a nice little scenic layout, and it looks lovely, so you should check that out. I think his name's Choby Choberton. I'm really shocking with names, folks. So you can meet me in the street and tell me your name, but within 5 minutes I'm calling you pal again because I forgot what you said, because I've got like some kind of short-term memory loss. I think it's from them 68 thumbs down it's affected me, but it made it worse anyway. I've got at minute around 1,500 subscribers, which is absolutely super awesome, and I can't thank you enough for that. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I'll always say it. And if any of you want a shout out, just give me a comment if you've got a channel, because I don't look at as many YouTube videos as I used to now, so because of time and whatnot, but there's quite a few where people have commented, then I've had a look at their channel and subscribed to them. So I think Highfell were one that did it other week. So yeah, if you want a shout out, just give me a shout. Spreads the word then, doesn't it? Because we're like the in-betweeners, aren't we? We're not the top tier, but we're we're the in-betweeners of the model railway world. So anyway, he's just reversing up, look, and then he's going to go forward. Happy days. Hey, I'll tell you what I did the other day. I logged onto YouTube through my PC, because I normally do it all through my phone, and there were another section on PC where it was showing like pending comments, and I thought, what's that all about? So I had a gander inside it, and there were 2 comments on hold. One of them were from President XD, and it were proper funny. And there were another one from someone else, which were also proper funny. And I can't remember who that person were or what either comment was. One of them were a comment on my Thomas video that I did, that little 1-minute Thomas trailer thing. And I think that might have been yours, Mr. President. Anyway, it was funny as hell. So I clicked accept, and then when I went into the thing, YouTube had just wiped it. So I don't know if I took too long, or if they decided we're not having that. But that's unacceptable, isn't it? Because I would have accepted that comment. I know I've said it before, but this little graveyard entrance scene where there's a bit of road into scenic background, it does look decent, that, doesn't it? How it blends in nicely. It's not even a decent thingy, that. It were only printed off, that back scene, from, I think it was Google Maps I got that from. I think what I'm going to do next with some of my wagons, these burgundy EWS wagons that are running around bottom now, and these ones that are going to come on top, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more weathering on them, because some of them still shiny plastic look. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint in individual panels, you know, where they do them totally different colours, so they look a little bit crackers, but they did it in real life, so that's what I'm going to do. I think it'll look alright, because they just look like plastic toys, don't they, whenever they look in shiny plastic. And I need to weather another Loco like grot, but what I've done at the minute, I do all my weathering in garage, because I can't do it in loft, because I would literally die, because there's no ventilation up there. So I normally do it in garage, but my garage is a rate state at the minute, because every time I do it in garage, I just dump it. Whatever I've done, I just dump it and then sort it another day. And it's got to a point now where it's almost an obstacle course. I got a door the other day. Someone asked me if I can make use of a door, which I can. I can always use a door, because I can build a train room and put a door on it, can't I? I haven't told her I'll ask that yet, but yeah, perfect train room door. Do you want that? Yes, please. So I've had to shift stuff about to put that in garage at a minute. It's near my motorbike, which I don't like out near my motorbike. When I get some space, I'm going to do some more weathering. I've had Ladderman out visiting other places this week again. I know he's been to Colwich again, because he caught him on camera, but he didn't catch him doing it wrong. But as you've just seen, we've got to get these 37s out at shed, because we've got some incoming stock. So that's exciting, isn't it? What I'm finding quite annoying at the minute is I've bought a Loco that was reported of being in stock, and then I've clicked for in-store collection, and when I've rung shop up to pick it up, they said, oh yeah, they're not arrived yet. So why are you showing them in stock then? Because I would have gone elsewhere where they actually are in stock, or were, rather than buy them from someone who hasn't even got them, even though you've got my money. I mean, we're doing a video on acceptable, and that's just not acceptable, is it? You don't go to Chippy, do you, and get fish chips and mushy peas 3 times, they take 40 quid off you, and then say, oh yeah, we ain't got none yet, because we ain't caught them out at sea. Anyway, I'm not going to name and shame at the minute. I'm just feeling a bit sorry for myself, because I'm quite giddy and I want them. I definitely need to put a new speaker in this 37. I took shell off the other day, and then we're going to just have a little play about, see if I can get that old crackly one I took out my Cavalex that were faulty, just to see if it works, because the one in this is super quiet, and it's only when you've been running other trains and you haven't run this for a while that you realise how quiet it actually is. It runs absolutely superb though. It's super smooth. It'll run speed step 1 all day long, and it can pull a right length of train, so there's no issues with it apart from speakers just not quite good enough. It's also got that auto uncoupling thing, you know, where it little shimmies backwards and forwards to undo KDs. And I saw the other day, I'm sure if you get one of them ESU programmers, you can program that function on all ESU decoders. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's quite decent, isn't it? Only thing is, them programmers aren't cheap, and it's one of them, innit? When you've only got as many trains as me, are you right bothered? So basically what I did last week is I was watching stock of a Cure. Well, I say stock, they weren't in stock, well, they're bit on virtual world of them pretending they had stock. They had 6 or 7 sound fitted of so many colours, and of a week I'm watching them go from 6 to 5 left, 4 left, 3 left, and I thought, I can't justify getting one. I really can't. So then I waited till they went out of stock, and then I'm like, oh my God, I really should have bought one of them. And then I spent about 2 nights trying to find some stock, and I couldn't. And then basically what I thought is I'll buy a non-sound one just to guarantee it. So I end up pulling trigger and buying a non-sound one. And then I thought, that's it, I've got one. We know we're on about 66, don't we? That's what we're on about. So yeah, and then a few days later I found some more stock that's not in stock, even though it's basically didn't say it was in stock like this one, it said coming soon. And Red Shed, I know you mentioned that your mate at that shop had one, and I did email him, but he didn't clarify if they take PayPal. I looked on his website and it didn't seem that they did, and I really needed PayPal for this one anyway. So I found this other place that took PayPal, and it's that Deltic Preservation Society. If you need one and you still want one, they've got some coming in. If everywhere else is sold out, they've got half a dozen non-sound ones, and then they've got a couple sound fitted. So anyway, I've pulled trigger on a sound fitted as well, because I thought I can't live without having a sound one, so I've got two coming. But if any of you know my missus, don't tell her. And to be honest, I don't even need 66s, because all my stuff really, it's not even that era, is it? For that, it's all a bit earlier. I say it's a bit earlier, but to be fair, them Tilcon wagons, I ain't got a clue what year they're from. I've never even seen them in my life. I like the look of them, and they were right price at the time. I mean, that's unacceptable, isn't it? If we're going on an unacceptable route, that I didn't know that. This 37043, you know, it runs absolutely lovely. It's got the speaker in it's not as good as the Cura scale. I know on Roads and Rails, he says that use their speaker. Hey up, Percy. Cat's not happy with me. Yeah, he says use their speaker, but to me, I don't think it sounds anywhere near as good as the Cura scale 37. Anyway, what I do need to do with it, though, is I've adjusted acceleration to a point now where it's that slow picking up speed. It's like a real one, which is no good for my layout. It takes forever to get mooching about. So although I like how smooth it is and how slow it does it, I need to fix it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to park him up in front at 47. So we've got two nice large logo blues in a row, and that'll look a bit pretty for a video or two. And then hopefully, although I'm not convinced, the two new ones will come. One of them did say he's expecting them in next few weeks, which that's the Deltic Preservation Society. So I'm hoping that's a few weeks means 2 weeks, and they'll be here in 2 weeks. But the other one, I'll just keep ringing them every few days. I mean, one of them I just bought is bang up to date, today's standard livery, so is that acceptable? Because I'm going to be running some right stuff now, and I've never really bothered with eras. I just buy what I like look of, or if they're a bit of a bargain, and I might buy it. I look at Torridon Road with all his absolute modern image stuff, and I just think that looks well nice. That's some of them 37s, them with big red eagle thing outside. They just look amazing. But saying that, when I were at Devon the other day, there were one at railway stations with a little model railway inside that, and it were like an old from my 40s or 50s, and that looked decent. I might even be able to stick a couple of photos up. Here, look, they're here. And I tell you what I like about the oldie worldy stuff, like these wagons here, for example, is they don't cost the earth, do they? So you could get a decent rake of them, and it don't cost you like 800 quid. Whereas some wagons, where they're like £90 for one, I don't know, I can't get my head around it. Anyway, bit of an update on my big shed idea that I've been going on about for the last few weeks. I think I'm going to put that on hold for now, because something else has come up. But what I could do is some like modular stuff, couldn't I? Where I build, say, an 8x2 board that can be connected to something else longer term, like interconnected, like a jigsaw piece kind of thing. Finally, you see this box here where these 2 feet prints are? Well, you might find this unacceptable, but apparently the guy who were working there got electrocuted, and basically that's all that's left of him. Alright, look, other 1970s coal miners come to try and talk his friend into stop being a fruit bat. I don't know how long he's going to be dangling there for, but I'm going to guess it's going to be at least another episode in a bit of a protest to them 68. But as well as that, at least 56 is running the right way. On a bit of a side note, Annie's Cafe this week's got a special on Blondie Brownie. It's that Biscoff stuff. If you're into it, it's nice. It's £7.50 a slice, and basically it's really tasty. It's not as good as Millionaire Slice that Annie's Cafe makes sometimes. It's like got this caramel on. It's a good centimetre thick, nice slab of chocolate on top. It's only ever come once, but on that one occasion it was really fantastic. Hang on a minute. I can tell you now, this is not acceptable, is it? I've had 3 videos now in a row where it's not really been. Cracker's mad. And Andy, Australian Andy, what's that you've sent? It's absolutely massive. You never said about not feeding it after midnight, and now it's grown and it looks enormous and everyone's screaming. There's a guy next to the fence has passed out with his wife trying to wake him up, and I think there's going to be some more terror. We're going to have to get this zoomed in. Let's have a good look at it. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're going to have to go. We're going to have to go, folks. I'll see you next time. Unacceptable. Thanks for watching.